2nd Avenue Monday night. Duncan is suspected of stabbing someone, then running him over with his car. We haven't heard anything about the condition of the victim at this time. Police are looking for the driver who crashed into several garages in South Fargo and at one point had a woman hanging out of this vehicle. It happened around 4:30 yesterday afternoon in the 900 block of 10th Street South, and it continued on for several blocks.
Police are looking for this purple or blue van with tribal plates and possibly with an American flag on the front. The man is an older, thin black man. The woman was Native American. Contact Fargo Police if you have any information on this case. Also new this morning, a Florida police officer is facing internet luring charges because of work by a Minnesota human trafficking task force. The suspect allegedly engaged in online chat with someone he thought was a minor, but it was actually a Minnesota police officer posing as a 13-year-old girl.
Minnesota investigators say on at least 2 occasions the officer engaged in sexual conversations and sent a nude photo of himself. 29-year-old Lewis Walsh was then arrested yesterday. Florida police say he was a school resource officer and is a high school wrestling coach. Also new this morning, the Polk County Sheriff is crediting neighbors with helping keep a grass fire from burning homes in Gully, Minnesota. The fire was moving towards city limits yesterday afternoon when a bunch of people rallied together and helped save each other's property as fire crews were en route.
Gonvick and Clearbrook firefighters and the Minnesota DNR put out the grass fire. A small shed and trailer were destroyed, but there's no damage estimate yet. The cause of the fire is not yet known.
It is now 10 minutes before the top of the hour. A little chilly out there on this Thursday morning, but should shape up to be a pretty nice day. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning. Yeah, we are looking at temperatures that are on the frigid side here for some of us. 15 degrees in Grand Forks. That's going to feel quite cold when you step out the door. So be ready for that. Get that car warmed up a little sooner rather than later to get that inside nice and toasty here to start off the day. It's 18 degrees in Hallock and Langdon, 19 in Bemidji, 20 in Fargo, and it's 23 in Gwinner and in Valley City. The wind is light. We've got calm reports coming in for Fargo and Detroit Lakes up to Hallock. If we do have some wind, it's mainly out of the east at this point in time, and for some of us it's into the teens. We've got a 14-mile-per-hour speed in Oaks. This will turn southeasterly and we'll watch it pick up just a little bit today, especially if you're in eastern North Dakota. It's looking beautiful though coming up here once that sun is up in about 30 minutes or so. We're looking at plenty of sunshine with a few clouds up into the Lake of the Woods area. Most areas though enjoying clear skies, and there is a lot of cloud cover to our west. You can see that as I expand the view on our radar and satellite map. Also some blue on the map too, indicating some snow northwest of Minot up into Canada as well. And we could see some of that coming up for later tonight, but most of the daytime hours today, especially if you're along the Red River and east, if you're in the Devil's Lake area, you'll see those clouds likely into the afternoon. But most of us will end up with some sunshine throughout the day, and we'll end up with some milder temperatures as a result. That late March sun really is a lot stronger and does help us out. And this morning, again, it's a little cool, but we will see those numbers climb into the afternoon, and we'll end up into the low 50s across a good portion of eastern North Dakota, and some sunny skies. That wind out of the southeast and into the teens by this afternoon. A look at your 7-day planner. Tonight and into tomorrow, we'll see more clouds take over and the potential for some scattered light rain showers. There may be a mix in the overnight and morning hours, both overnight tonight. And again, Friday night and into Saturday with temperatures at or below freezing. But then during the day, we warm up above. And we'll be seeing that clear out. And so for Sunday, that looks like the better day of the weekend to be outdoors and enjoying some sunshine. Monday, still talking about it, still focused on it. We've got the potential for reaching 70 degrees. It comes with a caveat. We have that wind to deal with associated with it, but it'll be nice to see that number. And even if our hair's whipping around and it's feeling a little bit cooler, it's nice to see that we're warming things up here as we head further into springtime.
That's how it works, but darn wind, I guess.
Gets in the way every time, but hey, sunny 70-something, we'll still take it. Lisa, thank you this morning. It is now 6:53. An elderly Minnesota man and 2 of his passengers are hurt after state troopers say he drove into a car in front of him that was trying to make a turn off the highway. The State Patrol says a pickup was signaling to make a left off of Highway 32 near Gary, Minnesota yesterday afternoon when 79-year-old Lyle Anderson of Gonvick tried passing the car and then hit it.
Anderson and 2 women in his car were taken to the hospital. No one in the pickup was hurt. A 92-year-old Minnesota woman used her life alert necklace to save herself from a home intruder. She discovered 35-year-old Jordan Olson in her home on the west side of town Saturday. She told him to leave, but he ended up throwing her to the ground.
The woman then bit Olson in the arm and activated her life alert. Olson was scared off when the dispatcher started talking through an intercom. He was arrested in the nearby woods and is now facing charges of burglary and assault. A Fargo agriculture company is paying hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines after an employee lost his leg in an accident last August when his foot slipped into the auger. Red River Commodities is also now implementing new safety measures.
While it can't change what happened to the Fargo man, he told us about what he hopes will come from the tragedy and the fallout. Aaron Maves says it's amazing to see what the company is doing now. It's a whole remodel of their safety system. The company says it was 100% compliant with OSHA in a statement given after the accident. At least one suspect is still on the loose from a shooting in West Fargo earlier this week. Police are looking for the driver of this car, who they say fired a shot that injured a child in a nearby house. Two men were arguing in or near that car in the 900 block of Parkway Drive Monday night, then started shooting at each other.
One of the bullets from the driver's gun went into a house and hit a 6-year-old boy in the head. We are told the child is in stable condition following a surgery. 19-year-old CJ Caruthers is charged with reckless endangerment, conspiracy to commit robbery, and firing a gun within city limits. A 17-year-old boy is also facing charges. Court documents say Caruthers admitted to shooting the gun one time.
Police say they aren't sure if the driver that they're looking for also had passengers in the vehicle. Contact West Fargo Police if you have any information.
Some Minnesota lawmakers are trying to change sexual assault laws after survivors' advocates complained about what they called a disturbing decision at the state Supreme Court. The Minnesota Supreme Court granted a new trial to a defendant convicted of criminal sexual assault, claiming the felony charge did not apply in the case because the victim was voluntarily intoxicated.
A man was accused of taking a drunk woman home and raping her. A bill to tighten sexual assault laws is expected to be introduced after Easter break next month. Fargo police want you to know about a high-risk sex offender in the area. Patrick Moore is living at 352 21st Street North. He has 2 convictions of gross sexual imposition.
One is from Burleigh County in 2016 and McLean County involving a victim under the age of 15. Police say Moore was 31 years old at the time, and the victim was a 14-year-old girl. Several spots in North Dakota are moving to vaccinate the general public now for COVID-19. You can sign up through Altru in Grand Forks by using your MyChart account or calling their COVID hotline, 701-780-6358. They say appointments are available as early as April 7th, since they're wrapping up vaccinating people now in Phase 1C.
Essentia Health, meanwhile, is also opening up vaccinations to the general public. You can use your MyChart account or call them at 833-494-0836. As the coronavirus pandemic continues and spring begins, we don't want to get the symptoms of COVID-19 and allergies confused.
Some of them can be the same. In the Valley today's Brian Sherrod, he spoke with a specialist and brings us the latest on how we can tell the difference. Good morning, Brian.
And good morning, Jordan and Lisa. Many of them are the same, but the biggest difference is fevers, because allergies won't give you a fever. Allergies are most commonly found with birch, oak, and maple trees and comes around the late April, May time. Now is the perfect time to get in those preventive measures. Now, if you're going outdoors, take a shower and wash your clothes as soon as you get home to get the pollen off. Turn on your AC or heat depending on the day to bring in air circulation. Make sure all windows and doors are closed to prevent bringing it in. Don't hang your clothing outside. And don't take general antihistamines because it makes you drowsy. Instead, grab the second generation brands that last 24 hours. Now, nasal sprays are highly effective. Not preventing gives you irritations, including itchy eyes, sneezing, runny noses that's impacting your day-to-day plans.
Allergy is not the thing that, like a heart attack, it will kill you right away, but it does really interfere with your daily activity and productivity. So a lot of people have concern about that.
Now, if you have asthma or eczema and are impacted by pollen, you should see a specialist. Health experts can put you on a treatment plan known as allergy shots or steroid shots.
Brian Sherrod reporting live in studio. Thank you for that update. Great information this morning.
Leave it to a drone to get these wild close-ups of an erupting volcano in Iceland. Take a look right there.
Wow.
You see the lava. It's just bubbling up in the crater of that volcano. This is near the capital city of Iceland, Reykjavik. It happened on Tuesday when lava was pouring from that crater, and then down into a lava field. The drone operator biked 4.5 miles to the volcano to get those fantastic shots.
The eruption followed thousands of small earthquakes in recent weeks and was the first on the peninsula since the 12th century. And since it's classified as a small eruption, scientists, rescue personnel, photographers, and onlookers have flocked to the area to witness this spectacle.
I can't imagine, though, wanting to be too close to
Not
that,
too
because
close.
I imagine it is pretty hot with all of that lava bubbling up there. But
Pretty spectacular,
yeah,
though.
amazing video out of Iceland this morning. We now want to get the answer to our question of the morning on Facebook. Our question today is 7%, a low percentage, but 7% of adults say they sleep with this.
They're stuffy from when they were a kid. The answer is a stuffed animal. I don't, but I do know a few people who have something from their childhood that still comforts them at night.
I just like to have a lot of pillows. That's
Yeah, a
all
lot
I
of
need.
pillows for
Yep.
that person.
Anyway, you can play along every day. Remember, head to the Valley News Live Facebook page.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on. Join us right now for more live up-to-the-minute news and weather on the Fargo CW.